Hey there, Seasoned Math students, and welcome to Homework 4.1, Order of Operations Intro. This is a preview homework, and it's due tomorrow. You should not know calculators. You got to show your work, right? It's all multiplying and dividing anyway, so you can use your reference sheet. So, number one says, compare the following expressions, solve each one, explain why they each give a different result. So, remember, we're using PEMDAS. PEMDAS says parentheses first, exponents next, multiply or divide from left to right, add or subtract from left to right, whichever pops up first. So here we're going to subtract first. That's 18 minus 8 is 10. 10 plus 9, that gives us 19. In this case, they say do the parentheses first. So that's 18 minus 8 plus 9 is 17, and that's 1. So why do they give you different answers? Well, the second expression uses parentheses to tell you which numbers to operate first. That's a good explanation of why they gave you different answers, right? An order of operations tells you to use parentheses first. All right, let's take a look at number 4. I know I skipped 3, but let's do number 4. It says, again, compare and explain why they give you a different result. So remember, PEMDAS says multiply or divide, whichever comes left to right, so it's not always multiply first, then divide. Read it left to right. Division pops up first, so 24 divided by 3 is 8, and then 8 times 2 is 16. Here, do the parentheses first, so 24 divided by 3 times 2 is 6, and then 24 divided by 6 is 6. So, again, why do they give you order of operations? Tells us to evaluate or work or figure out, right? Numbers inside parentheses first. Okay. All right. So here it says the instructions that says write the correct letter in each blank. A value should map up with a proper expression. So basically, you're going to do a problem, and then the answer should be one of these letters on the paper. If you get a number other than one of those letters, you've done something wrong. So for number 11, again, write PEMDAS and say, okay, I want to do, oops, I put the E and the M on the same level. PEMDAS. I want to do parentheses first, so that's 9 plus 3 first, which is 12. And then I want to do 5 times 12. So 5 times 12, that gives me 60. Right? So I'm looking for 60. That's D. I put D on the line right there. All right? Number 13. Right? PEMDAS. No parentheses, no exponents. Multiply or divide from left to right. As I read it left to right, division pops up first. So I want to first do 25 divided by 5. That's 5. Then 100 plus 5 times 2. Now I want to do 5 times 2. That's 10. And then I want to do 100 plus 10. So that is 110. I'm looking for 110. That's A. So, sorry, equals 110. And then put the letter A on this line right here with 13. Right? On number 15, again, write PEMDAS. No parentheses, no exponents, no multiplication, but I do have division. So I want to do 12 divided by 3, which is 4. 18 minus 4 plus 4. I want to do the subtraction first because it pops up when I read it left to right. That pops up first. So 18 minus 4 is 14. 14 plus 4 is 18. So I'm looking for 18. That is the letter B. So B goes on this line. Sorry, not that one, this one. And 17, right, PEMDAS. I don't have any parentheses. I do have exponents. So I'm going to say, what is 4 to the third? So 6 plus 4 to the third is really 4 times 4 times 4, which is 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 times 4 is 64, right? So you got to know your exponents. 4 to the third means 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. Not 12. It's not 4 plus 4 plus 4. It's 4 times 4. That's 16, right? This right here is 16, and then 16 times 4, that's 64. So we get our answer of 6 plus 64, that's 70. So this is G. Okay, flip over to the back side. Basically what you're going to do is just try to evaluate these expressions. Now, the thing is, my worksheet wouldn't allow me to put space in between the answers and the problem, so I need you to rewrite the problem. Yes, I know it's brutal, but rewrite the problem so you can actually show your work. So the dot means multiplication, and then you're writing PEMDAS down the side, unless it's already written for you. So there's no parentheses, there's no exponents. We do have multiplication, so I'll do 4 times 3 first. So 4 plus 12 minus 6. Now I will add or subtract whatever comes left to right because there's no division, right? So I'll do 4 plus 12, which is 16, then minus 6. Oops, sorry, this should be still in black because that's not what I did. Minus 6, right? And my answer is 10, so B is my answer. 3, again, I'm going to go ahead and write 5 times 3 minus 6 divided by 6. I'm going to write PEMDAS down the side. Make sure you're open to growth with this. I know you're like, oh, I don't have to write that. Do it on the even problems. Trust me, you will always get it right. There's no parentheses. There's no exponents. Now I multiply or divide. I see both, but multiplication comes first when I move left to right. So it's 5 times 3, which is 15. Then minus 6 divided by 6. Now it's going to be super tempting to do 15 minus 6, but you can't do that. You have to do the division first, right? Because there's no multiplication left, but there is division. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. And now we do 15 minus 1. And my answer is obviously, since there's no addition, there's just subtraction, it's just 14. So C. Obviously, if you do a problem and you don't see the answer there, you've messed up. Number 5, I'm doing 3 squared, that's 3 to the 2, minus 12 divided by 2. So there's no parentheses. There is an exponent though, so I got to work that exponent. All right, so 3 squared is really 3 times 3, so that's 9, right? And then 9 minus 12 divided by 2. So exponents are done. Do I see any multiplication or division? I see division. I got to do this 12 divided by 2 first. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So I have 9 minus 6. Do I see multiplication? No. Addition or subtraction? I see subtraction. 9 minus 6 is equal to 3. So B. Number 7, it's 6 divided by 2 plus 6 plus 4 squared. No parentheses. I do have exponents. Exponents right here, so I got to do that first. Remember, that's not 4 times 2, it's 4 times 4. And 4 times 4 is 16. So I say 6 divided by 2 plus 6 plus 16 now, because that's what 4 squared was. Now, no more exponents. Multiplication or division? No multiplication. I do see division. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 3 plus 6 plus 16. And now I just have nothing but straight addition all the way across, so I can do this all in one swoop. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 16 gives me my answer of 25. A. And lastly, number 9. It's the most involved one. We're going to 10 divided by parentheses 5 squared minus 5 times 4. So even within the parentheses, order of operations happens. So parentheses tells me to, hey, do this first. But now, wait, what am I going to do first in the parentheses? Well, it's within the parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, or subtract. So I got to do my exponents first. So that's 25, because 5 to the 2 is really 5 times 5. So I got 10 divided by, still parentheses, 25 minus 5 times 4. And then I'm doing 5 times 4, which is 20, because it says do multiplication after you do exponents. So I'm doing that. So I got 10 divided by 25 minus 20. And some of you are like, well, wait, the division popped up first when you read it left to right. No, I'm still operating within this parentheses, right? So I'm still on my P. The parentheses means I got to still do this stuff first. So 25 minus 20 is 5. So I got 10 divided by 5. And now I don't have the parentheses anymore because I've done every operation. And 10 divided by 5 is my answer of 2. So that was a tough one, but easily solvable. All right, so on number 10, try and show the work that I showed there on number 9. That's it. Call me if you have questions.